Good this lipstick is. Okay.
Hi, this is Tori. Keep the Faith podcast, doing it live from the 119 Media Group Studios. I was running a little bit behind today, so here we are. But listen, I have two amazing women of God with me today on the podcast. And what I want to do before they introduce themselves, I'm going to make an attempt to share the lives to my personal page because, as you all know, I'm still locked up in Facebook jail. But while we're doing that, Jessica, since this is your first time on the Keep the Faith podcast, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
All right, I sure will. Hello, everyone. I am Jessica. People know me as Jessica Janae. I am an educator, a 9-year educator, a podcaster. I am the host of the Jessica Janae podcast. I'm also a purpose coach. I help women to identify their God-given gifts, along with ways to monetize those gifts and be a blessing to others, of course. And I'm also a published author. Yeah, tongue tied, Lord. A published author. I have written 3 books and I have co-authored 1 book. And I'm just really excited to be on your show today, Tori. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me to be on the show along with Whitney. I'm excited to be on here with my sister. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope that introduced myself.
Absolutely. And Whitney, you've been here before, but tell the
Yes.
people who you are. You know, that people fell in love with Whitney. I was like, Whitney's gonna be my co-host.
Yes, co-host.
So tell the people, reintroduce yourself because it's been a minute.
been
You've
a
been
minute.
busy.
It's been a minute. Yes, hey everybody. I am Whitney Victoria, believer, wife, mom, published author, published wardrobe stylist. I always say I'm changing lives one outfit at a time. And Tori, I'm just glad to be here. Thank you again. And it's so good to be here with my friend.
Aw, hey,
friend. So it's gonna be a good conversation tonight. So and also make sure you guys go join my mailing list so you can get this popping lipstick I got on from the Whitney Victoria collection. Okay.
Yeah, that lipstick is popping.
Popping. Pre-order your lipstick now, okay? Because it's sold out both times.
Listen, favor is definitely
God
fair.
is good.
It's
God
fair.
Favor is fair.
So I followed Jessica on Instagram. And so I don't know if it was last week or the week before, Jessica she does like maybe a minute live or recording, but the title was You're a Threat to the Enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to elaborate on that. And while you're talking about that, I'm going to try to make an attempt to share it to my Keep the Faith page as well. But we're talking about being a threat to the enemy. It blessed my whole life.
Oh, to God be the glory. Yes. So do you want me to kind of tell the people where I got that from?
Yes.
So about 2 weeks ago, it seemed like things were just happening like back to back in my personal life. And the last straw, I guess the final straw was my battery on my car died. And so my mom, knowing that I was kind of just going through some personal things, one after the other, she sent me this sermon from Pastor Stephen Furtick of Elevation Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he had a little clip. It was like a 10-minute clip of him explaining to people that we are a problem to the devil, right? And he said that you're a problem to the devil when it seems like the closer you get, the more you're being attacked, right? And I felt like God was telling me at that moment that we are all threats to the enemy. Our visions are a threat to the enemy. Our gifts and our talents, they are all threats to the enemy. Our families, our marriages, well, I'm not married, but Whitney's married, but our marriages are threats to the enemy. Our books that we have not written yet, because there are books that they have in their journal, but they won't write it and release it. Those books are a threat to the enemy. Those businesses that people won't start, those are all threats to the enemy. And that's why he continues to challenge us. That's why he continues to try to attack us. That's why he continues to use the same old little tricks, because the enemy is not smart. He's real dumb, actually, because he continues to use the same thing. It looks different, but it's the same thing. And he always plays off our weaknesses. He always plays off our insecurities. And he knows that if we just keep pushing through, that we'll get to the other side and we'll get to that thing that God wants us to do. He knows that if we release the book, if we start the business, if we make the live, or we do the live, or if we release the video, that there will be lives that are touched and changed by us. So that's why you feel like you are just having a fight in this season. So yeah, that's where I got it from. So shout out to Pastor Fardick for reminding me and other people that we are a problem to the enemy.
And I also wanted you to elaborate on some of the things that you said in the
Okay.
video.
Okay.
Was very powerful. And also, Whitney, make sure you add your input as well.
I
I'm
will.
like, I learned from you guys.
Yeah.
Because when I was y'all age, I wasn't as bright. Listen, I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm getting it now. But you guys are very wise beyond your years, so I'm constantly learning from the two of you. So any insight, and what I love about the two of you, you always hold me accountable.
Mhm.
You always encourage me. You uplift me. And there's times when y'all speak into my life, you don't realize you're blessing my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm a crybaby anyway. But
That's
like,
okay.
And
I
me
want,
too.
we all learning from each other in this spiritual walk, and we can't. Of course, we can't take everybody with us. And I'm learning that people that
Mhm.
started out with me, they can't go to where God is taking me.
Right.
Ooh,
That's a word.
wow. That's a topic for another day. And that's a topic that a lot of people don't want to have.
Exactly.
Right. So many times, so many times we're holding on to things and situations, and we wondering why we're not elevating to where we're supposed to be. It's because we're holding on to things and people that ain't got nothing to do with the vision. Right?
That's good.
God can't trust you with something if you still holding on to this and that. Right? Because a lot of times things are spoken over people's lives and they know where they're supposed to go, but too many times they're wondering why they're still stuck in the same situation. Oh, I'm talking to myself too, because this was me too.
Mhm.
Holding on to things and holding on to people, right? Until, like I say, this life be lifing.
Right.
Right. And so God will allow life to happen and to show you and expose who's supposed to be there and who's not. Right. And I found that, like, when things started dropping and letting go, it was just like, okay, God, I see you. It's no love lost, but where I'm going, I can't be tied to what I used to be tied to. I can't entertain what I used to entertain. I can't hang and do what I used to do, because it's going to keep me from leveling up. And if you really want to level up, like, once I stopped planning about my vision, and once I was clear about, what I wanted to do, what I want to leave behind for my son and my family, like, opportunities and things just, started coming, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't come until first I healed, forgive. And listen, healing and forgiving. Let me tell you something. It can definitely hold you bound, and it can definitely hold you back a lot, like a whole lot. Right now, I ain't gonna sit up here and be like, oh, just forgive everything and everything is great, peaches and cream. I ain't saying all that, because healing and forgiving is work. It is work. It's a continuous process that you have to continue to do the work on. And I'm there, right? But I noticed that when I began the healing and the forgiving journey, things just, God allowed things to happen for me, right? And yeah, I don't even know how we got on this.
Something I said.
I don't know how we got on this. But yeah, it's just a continuous work, healing and forgiving. And just so we can go to these areas where, God really has for us. You want to be an author, you want to be an author, business owner, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Heal, deal, forgive, and glow. That's it.
Ooh, that was good. I'm gonna read the comments before we get too far. Paradox, y'all look great. Shine on. Lachey says the anointing attracts attacks. That's real good. And Victor says, which enemy we talking about? People who oppose us, or we just talking about the devil, or we talking about ourselves? Who we fighting? Actually, all of
All
that.
of them.
Right.
All of them.
Because the devil doesn't work by himself. He has minions. That's why I don't ever waste my time trying to fight people, because I know that the devil's using them, right? Because the word tells us that we're not fighting flesh and flesh, but we are literally going against demonic spirits. So a lot of us fight naturally, but we should be fighting spiritually. Right. So when we're talking about enemies, we're talking about the devil and his little minions.
Mhm.
Right. But as daughters of God and as sons of God, our job is to walk the devil like the dog that he is.
Walk the devil like the dog.
I like that.
And his minions.
Say that again.
We gotta walk the devil like the dog that he is and his minions. That's why I don't waste my time going back and forth with the enemy nor his minions. Why? Because I fight spiritually. And my prayers will get you before me posting a little stupid Facebook quote will get you.
And I had to learn that, years ago when I was on Facebook, before I started going through my healing process, I would do a little post, throw a little shade, do a subliminal message. But now when you healed, you remain unbothered. You don't have to do a Facebook post. You don't have to do a little shade. It is what it is. And then you notice too, when you ask God to remove people, a lot of times it be hurtful who he removes.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Listen, y'all, it feel like a breakup. Like you be like, dang, I thought this wait. You be like, oh my God, you. But it's okay though. It just goes back to like no love lost. You were in my life for a season, and sometimes it happens, in my life for a season, friendships, relationships, business ships, whatever, and you just have to look at it like that. A season in that time, that season you were in my life, you were either a lesson or a blessing.
And I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine just yesterday about sometimes we get caught up in the fact that we have history with a person.
Cool.
We've been knowing this person 20, 30 plus years or more, because I'm 45. So sometimes it'll be 30 plus years. And you're thinking, because they have been in my life for so long, that I can't let this person go. And I had to realize for myself, just like I was telling a person yesterday, just because a person been in your life that long doesn't mean that they have to stay in your life.
Listen, they do not. Okay? They do not. They do not. Okay, and can we normalize letting people go who've been A1 since day one if they're not helping you grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially? I know this ain't no new friends. No, give me some new friends who gonna push me, hold me accountable, and I'm gonna do the same for them. Like this time last year, I'm in a better place because of the people that I have in my circle, right? Spiritually, I had people praying and fasting for me that I didn't even know. Well, my friends, praying and fasting for me on my behalf when I couldn't pray and fast for myself. I had people in my circle like, Whitney, this is what you do. You publish this book. You can do this. I did great. I had top sales for my first book that I released this year. Well, Whitney, let me get you into the cosmetics. This is what you should do. Blah, blah. Like, listen, you have to have people in your corner that want you to grow in every area of your life, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially, and be discerned for other people who just want to be connected to you just to be connected. We're in this thing now where every instant gratification, or let me just link up with you, just so this can happen, or let me just link up. Everybody want to link up, but don't nobody want to level up.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, say that again.
Say that again.
Like, everybody want to link up, but not level up. You know what I mean? Like, there should be no reason, Tori, that you are my friend and I'm not helping you in any kind of way. If you come to me, you might be sad, but after we finish talking, I'm gonna uplift you. I'm gonna motivate you. I'm gonna give you some ideas on how to make this money. Now, how many ideas have I given you, right? Tori, because you got work to do, and you got work to do. You sitting on thousands right now, but you playing. But it's okay because I'm gonna motivate you. Jessica, how many times have I come to you be like, hey sis, can you Can you help me? And she's there.
Yeah, and I definitely be blowing your phone up.
And it's vice versa. Like, you need to have people in your corner that are going to help you, like, in every aspect. And if the people that you've been holding on to, they're not cultivating you and getting you to the next level, sometimes you just got to go. Like, for real. And I know this history, and I love Lil JoJo and Peaches. I don't know these people. I'm just calling out names. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be. I mean, but if you want to be hindered, go ahead. If you want to be hindered, go ahead.
And you just don't call me out like that.
I mean,
like, Tori,
Tori got a lot of work to do. I mean, like, for real. And it's going to be amazing when she does what she's supposed to do. So y'all hold her accountable. Hold on. We got to get into these,
the comments.
These comments.
Victor says, so how can I tell who is who? God sends us messages and we oppose him. Shay has the applause hands. Shay says, to God be the glory for spiritual growth. Victor also says, we are our biggest enemy, in my opinion. Often people take advice from people in positions instead of people who have my true intentions. So how am I supposed to know who has my best interests, or are my interests pure?
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Real,
that's good, Victor.
good.
Okay, so for me, I know it probably sounds cliche, but you really have to pray for discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really have to pray for discernment, because so many people want to be buddy,
right?
But they don't want to help, right? If you are my friend or my colleague or a mentee or mentor, I should be adding value to your life in some kind of way. And if I am not adding value to your life, then maybe we really,
right?
I mean, why? Because time is precious, and we don't have time. I don't want to waste time with meaningless relationships, because we have so much to do here on this earth. Right. Like for real. Like, what you had to say, Jess?
Oh, I was just going to add to that, because I don't want you to feel like you got to cut everybody off.
Right.
Because not all of my friends can pour into my purpose the way that Whitney does. Right. I may have a friend that she's just not there yet.
Right.
And that's okay. That doesn't mean I got to cut her off. But you, like Whitney said, you have to pray for discernment, and you also have to know how to categorize your friends, because everybody is not going to make your baby lead. Right. And when I say your baby, I'm talking about your purpose. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
That was good. Yeah. We just ain't cutting off Peaches and Lil JoJo for no reason now. Like,
that's why I started laughing, because when Jess said don't be cutting everybody off,
yeah,
I'm good at
cut everybody. Let me go back and retract that. Now, I ain't saying cut off Peaches and Lil JoJo. And y'all, I don't know Peaches and I don't know Lil JoJo. These are just names. It just came to the top of my head. But as you grow, you just begin to know that there are certain relationships that won't serve you anymore. I don't care whether it's serving your business or serving you like as a person, and that's okay. And you can still love from afar. That's absolutely okay. Right. It's okay.
And I want to add too, I heard a pastor say one time, is that you don't have to cut everyone off, but you do have to a lot of times reposition people, right? Because a lot of times we'll have people sit in a certain seat at our table and we're not in that same seat at their table.
My God.
So there have been people that I didn't necessarily have to cut off, but I did reposition them. So the way Whitney's sitting beside me, let's say Taylor, and I know it's Taylor, but it's not about her. But I'm just saying, let's say Bethany. Bethany may have been at the table right beside me, but in this season, God told me that I need to move Bethany all the way to the end of the table, right? So it's not necessarily that you have to cut everybody off, but sometimes you just got to reposition people and be okay with repositioning people.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that was good. That
was good. We change presidents every 4 years. They get repositioned all the time. So I mean, reposition. I like that. Oh, what? Okay.
Oh yes, Jess.
Yes. Lachey said, "Get in position, Tori." Yes, Lachey. If you know Tori on a personal level, make sure you hold her accountable about what she is supposed to be doing. Okay. Jessica said, "This is so good, flow with." Thank you, Jess. Shout out to Jessica. Appreciate you. Victor said, Webster defines friend as someone who has mutual affection. So if I don't agree with your interest, we can't be friends. That's not true. I don't think that. Because I have colleagues and associates that I don't agree with everything that they do, and I'll let it be known, but I'll do it in a respectful way, because I'm pretty sure they can still add some asset to your life if they are aligned with what you're supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. How you feel about it, Jess?
Cutting people off.
Oh, what?
I'm asking.
No,
I'm asking.
because Vic was just like, Webster defines a friend as,
this is the comment
someone who has mutual affection. So if I don't agree with their interest, we can't be friends. And I was like,
when you say interest, Victor, exactly what are you talking about? Because I think Whitney's referring to, like, we're talking about purposeful friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you say interest, can you give me an example of interest?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna agree with everything.
Yeah, right. You shouldn't agree. We're two different people. Like, your friends, y'all not the same person. I'm grateful to be friends with people who don't see things the way that I see them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't go against my core values and morals, then that's fine. But like Whitney said, everybody can't go where you're going. And like I said, you don't always have to cut people off, but sometimes it's just that you need to reposition them.
That part.
And I totally agree with Jessica that you cannot trust with everyone with your baby. Because you wouldn't just go to any doctor for your natural baby. If, you have doctors with bad reviews, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't go to them for your natural baby. So you can't trust everybody with your spiritual baby. So you definitely have to pray and ask for discernment. And I would say this, if you're sitting there questioning like, oh, can I trust this person? Then maybe that's your sign that you don't need to trust that person.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that was good. Natasha
said that part, and Victor says exactly. Repositioning is a must. I totally agree with that statement. No one has a permanent seat at my table. No one.
Victor is not playing.
Oh wow. Lachey says read Relational Intelligence, written by Dr. Darius Daniels.
I love Dr. Darius. He is dope. Mm-hmm. Y'all, Dr. Darius, I got to go back and watch the sermon from Transformation Church on Sunday, but I heard Dr. Darius was on there, so I got to go check that out. So
I love Dr. Darius.
Yeah, definitely. That was good.
And Natasha says, I don't want my friends to agree with everything. I need opposing ideas.
Exactly. That's right, Natasha. If you a yes person to everything that I do, now, friend, we got to reevaluate that. Because if we are friends, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is good. I just said, okay. If we are friends and I'm acting the fool and you yesing me while I'm acting the fool, you're not my friend. Mm-hmm. You're not. You a minion. I mean, I'm just being for real.
And I like to say, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
What I love to tell people, I think about the man in the Bible who was on his mat, right? There are people in your life. Hopefully, it's not a lot of them, but there are people who. No, let me rephrase that. There are people in your life who want you to get off that mat, but then you have people in your life that are okay with you still sitting on your mat. And when I say your mat, I mean your ideas, your gifts, right? And so those are the people that you need to look at sideways. Those are the people that you need to ask God, like, do I need to remove them or do I just need to reposition them? Because you need those people in your life that are going to tell you, pick up your bed and walk. Pick up your ideas and release them. Pick up the things that God has told you to let go of and let them go. Whether that's things that are bad or whether that's the things that God has placed inside of you that he needs you to let go. Because a lot of us are being selfish and a lot of us are robbing God because he has placed these gifts inside of us and we're burying them.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. So, that was good. Dear God, help me to reposition and remove who don't need to be in my life.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Woo, amen. Did I read this one? Victor says, interest, your business or brand and decision you make. If I don't agree, should I just sit back and not say anything in fear of being demoted or repositioned?
Oh, that's good, Vic. That's good. Yes. I feel that if you are, whether it's brand or business and you have someone that maybe want to collaborate with you, I maybe this is where you're going, and you don't agree with it, that's okay. I mean, if it's a no, there's a bigger yes somewhere else.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Everybody is not for you, and you are not for everybody. Everybody's not for me, and I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. and so shall you, Victor. And you already know that, Vic.
Right. Natasha says, I love the friend that give me constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, Jess. Jessica said correction is a love language. Okay.
It
Shout out to the
is.
friends and family and loved ones that can take correction and not just take it, but implement it. You know what I mean? Just to help me better myself, or just to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So shout out to y'all.
Yes. And Jessica Cohen.
That's my girl.
Both of y'all, somebody them Jessicas, they be dropping.
They be fired up.
And Jessica Cohen also says correction. That yeah, you were said that already, Whitney. You read it already. I missed it. I'm just seeing it, but correction is a love language. Okay, Victor says us humans think anyone who opposes us are enemies. So our enemies and friends have similar qualities. If you really think about it, who have to cipher between the two, and it's extremely difficult.
It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't
be that difficult. It shouldn't be that difficult. It shouldn't. If you're in tune with yourself, and you're in tune with what you're supposed to, and whom you're supposed to be in tune with, you will know.
Yeah.
Because opposition is gonna come, and opposition is not always the enemy. Like I said, life just be life, and sometimes, but you will know the difference. Like you will know. You will absolutely know.
And I can pick up on vibes.
Listen, okay. Listen. That vibe, what's that? What they say? That frequency or the something? It doesn't lie.
That spirit.
That part. That spirit. The spirit doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. I always trust your good. Always trust your good.
Right.
My good and my dreams have never led me wrong, ever.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow, that was good. But back to what Victor was saying in regards to let me put that back up there. Us humans think anyone who opposes us are enemies. So our enemies are friends, and friends have some. For me personally, I don't feel like just like Jess and Whitney was saying, I don't want friends that are going to agree with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like if I know, like if I put on something and I know it don't look right, but you still tell me it look right. Like okay, let me give an example. Okay, I had a friend, we ain't friends no more, but I was dating someone and I know that this person wasn't right for me because all the signs was there. And even God was showing me stuff. I asked God, listen, Jesus. I told God to show me some things, and he just started showing me. So when he started showing me, I was like, no, that ain't it. I try to make excuses. So I was telling the friend of mine, I was like, well, he's doing this, he's doing that. Well, girl, you just feel like you trying to act like you better than them. But I'm like, it's hurting my spirit. It's taking me away from God. So I know that this is not who God sent. Well, no, you just need to just be more patient. I'm like, what?
So, okay.
Any friend that supports you,
let me drink
being with someone that draws you away from God is not a friend.
Not a friend at all.
Well, let me rephrase that. Not a friend that I want to have.
Okay. Let me play devil's advocate.
That draws you away from God?
Hold on, wait. But what if the friend hasn't built their relationship yet? Or what if the friend is used to toxicity? Yeah. Toxicity. What if the friend is used to toxic and that's all they know? Can we really fault them for that?
So basically what you're saying is that we should be patient with those, because I always say, how I always say that you have to know who to be patient with and who to totally detach yourself from. So would you say that would be someone that I would need to be patient with if they are not, because I can't expect everyone to be on my level where I am spiritually. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right. Everybody's not going to be on your level spiritually, because I was a mess at one time. Yeah, I used to nuck and buck and be ready to pop off.
I'd be ready to
okay, listen. Right now, sometimes I do be wanting to nuck and buck, but then that thing say the spirit be like, sis,
you better pray.
I be like, listen, y'all joke. I'm like, I'm so glad y'all ain't met the 2011 Whitney Victoria, because baby, the 2011 Victoria wanted to pop off in 2019. Okay, but back to you. So, right, there is patience and there is grace, right? Patience and grace. Um, which we should exude grace. And that's one thing I learned in therapy. I've learned that in therapy, and I learned that from wise counsel. You know, just
Right.
this year, like back in February up until now, I'm learning to extend grace because God is graceful with me. You know, I ain't, you know, I don't like I'm saying, I'm not perfection, but I am progression.
Right.
You know what I mean? So patience and grace. Now, within that patience and grace, if it's still taking you farther away from your spiritual journey, I think it's just detachment, because you can still be patient with someone and have grace and still extend them grace without you actually being in their everyday lives. And that's okay, because just like you're separating yourself, because eventually that toxic behavior will flow to you, whether you believe it or not. I know I believe this birds of a feather flock together. Like, for real. Either you're going to be the influencer or they're going to influence you.
Right.
And I'm done speaking. No, I'm just playing.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Let me go back through a couple of comments that Victor said. Victor said, those vibes lie. Well, from what I'm saying, I can pick up on your spirit, and for me, they haven't lied to me yet.
And you know, don't the word say you'll know the spirit by the fruit.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes.
Victor, you right. Them vibes do be lying sometimes. People put on the front, but you can only that lie can only go on for so long, because eventually the true colors will actually start to appear.
Okay.
Now, and when they start to appear, it's up to you to do what you're gonna do. Either you're gonna stay with it or not. Because you can remove yourself respectfully. It don't have to be no bad blood. And even if it is bad blood, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You just do it in a respectful manner.
And Victor says, exactly, Tori. I can't always agree with you, but I can't always disagree with you. So your enemy and friends will do the same. No one can draw you away from God. You have free will. That's a choice you made, not the friends.
It's the free will for me. Yeah. It's definitely the free will for me. That people's free will will tell you a lot.
Yes, it really will. Well, what I mean is, let me just say this. If they are a distraction, and say I'm want to go right, there, you know, I always have in my mind to always do the right thing. Like, for example, prime example, there was a couple years ago where I went to an ATM, and the car in front of me, they took out their card, but they drove off and forgot to get their money. So I had a friend to say to me, because see what I did, I'm thinking to myself, that could have been me.
Right.
I don't know a person's story. I don't know a person's situation. And I know sometimes the struggle can be real. People be needing their money. Yeah. So what I did, I took it upon myself. I went into the bank and I said, look, this person drove off and they didn't get their money. And I had some friends, well, you should have just took the money, because it was some hundreds of dollars. It could have paid some bills.
Yeah.
But my conscience would not allow me to do that. And like I said, what if I was in that position? Right. And like I said, I don't know that person's situation. And luckily, you know, because I'm an honest person, that person came the next day looking, they was like, well, I don't, and it was an elderly person, as a matter of fact. And they were like, well, I don't think I got my money. It was like, well, ma'am, you're in luck, because the person behind you turned it in. So, but I had some people encouraging me, well, Tori, that could have been some money. That could have been your blessing. Right. No.
Okay, let me tell you something. Anything that belongs to somebody else ain't your blessing. Ooh. And you put that in whatever scenario you want to.
Child.
If it belongs to somebody else, it ain't your blessing. And God ain't gonna bless it, because the enemy can make good stuff happen too. And I'm done speaking.
See, I was about to say something, but I don't know if I want to go.
I don't think we need to go there today.
No, I think y'all should go there.
No, I don't think we need to go there today. Not today. It's Monday, y'all. This is the Monday for Thanksgiving.
We don't need the Monday that they need.
No, we don't need to do that.
No, we don't need to do that. I definitely agree. And I think people fail to realize, and I always preach this, like, you are always sowing seeds. And people think when you talk about sowing seeds, they're only talking about good seeds. You are always sowing seeds, whether you're sowing seeds in public or you're sowing seeds in private. And those seeds are always going to harvest. They're either going to reap good fruit or bad fruit. You know what I'm saying? So God saw when you turn that money in. You know what I'm saying? And those are the friends, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people know better. They may act like they don't know better, but those are the type of friends that I would probably kind of question. Like, I don't know if they were joking, like, oh, girl, you should have kept it, or if they were being serious, child. But just remember that you're always planting seeds.
Always planting seeds. The good seeds, the bad seeds. Listen.
And what you do in the dark, child,
it comes to the light.
Other people may not see it, but the Lord
knows. And let me tell you something. Listen, the way life be life, and life will spin that thing back real quick. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Wait, what did Vic say?
Use good or something.
That's a blessing. I'm taking the money. Who am I to?
Let me pray for my friend. Let me pray for my friend.
What did you say down there? Used goods are still good. We all belong to someone else at the one point.
Where you at? Hold on.
No, he said something. Used goods are still used goods. We all belong to someone else at one point in time. But great show, ladies. You know what, Vic? I'm not fooling up with you. I am not fooling up with you. I am not.
To get on my nerves.
Shout out to Jamel for tuning in. Shout out to Jamel for tuning in.
What's up, Jamel?
Listen, watch the souls you see. Watch the soul. Okay, let's type into the watch the soul. I mean, the seeds that you sow, because I was saying that wrong, y'all. But watch the seeds that you sow, because sometimes you may not reap it, but your kids might, or their kids might reap it. Okay, so just be mindful of that.
And I just told someone that just yesterday. I said it may not come back on you, but it may have an effect on your kids.
Yeah,
on your children.
It's just the truth. It's the truth. That's just how it works. That's how it works.
Vic just said, "What is it? I'm pawn." You know what?
What? Not you pawn goods.
I can't.
But pawn goods are oftentimes a blessing to someone else. So they couldn't afford the real goods. So they found a better deal with the pawn goods.
Victor, you doing too much. Don't do this.
I love Vic. Shout out to Vic.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still waiting for me, you, and Vic and Tony.
Marvin
Tony to come on.
Yeah, because Victor had to work that when Marvin was on the last time. But yeah, that was really good. But now back to because we did. But it was good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I wanted to go back to the being a threat to the enemy and some of the things that you pointed out in the video in regards to being a threat to the enemy. But where direction that we were going, it was necessary. We need to go there. But Whitney stopped me because I was going to say something in regards to myself, a situation, but I ain't go.
If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it.
We can do that. But just go and
you might help somebody who needs help.
Well, okay. I'm going to say this about myself, and then I'm going to just talk about the threat. Okay, when you said about the part about something belonging to someone else, there was a time, and I'm being very transparent. I can't believe I'm about to say this on this live, but
now this disclaimer: you do not have to say this if you do not want to say this.
No, I'm gonna say this because I gotta be free. I mean, people that know me know I haven't always been on the right path.
Yeah. Okay,
but there was a time in my life where I was really, 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 really lost in my 20s.
Yeah,
and in my mind, like when you said that something belongs to somebody else, doesn't belong to you, it's not your blessing. And I'm gonna talk about me, and like I said, I'll be transparent. I believe that at one point when I was lost, very lost, can I say lost, very, 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 very far from God, doing what I wanted to do, I thought that somebody else's husband belonged to me because we prayed together, because we did things together, and things were not right at home, and we would do things and go places, but that was not my place to be thinking it's okay at that time, because my self-esteem was so low that I felt that it was okay to be somebody's side chick or whatever, or side piece of what the new term now. But I was that person. I'm thinking because we praying together that it's okay.
Yeah.
was nothing okay about that situation.
Mm-mm.
There was nothing okay about that situation. So that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say it, and I'm talking about me because a lot of people think, well, Tori, like somebody made a comment that I think I'm perfect. No, I don't think I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. I have made mistakes. I'm in my 40s now, but now that I know better, I do better.
That part.
But there was a time where I was lost.
Yeah.
And I felt like that situation was something that I needed to be in. And now that I look back, no, I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But it's part of my past. And like a lot of times people will take your past and they want to throw it up in your face. But why throw it up in my face? I don't live there anymore.
Right.
The lots have changed, baby.
Right. And you ain't going back.
And I ain't going back. So I just, I just want to put that out there. When you said that, that's what I know what I feel. I felt like because we were praying together.
But I want to ask you, so when you were in that, did you feel safe and did you feel protected in that? Or did you kind of feel like, well, like, did you feel convicted while in that situation?
Honestly, initially, no. But then as I started getting closer with my relationship with God, then I started to be convicted.
Yeah.
Yes, very convicted.
Yeah.
But initially, I was doing what I wanted to do. Right. Doing what pleasing my flesh, basically. Doing what felt good to me, knowing it wasn't right. Right. But initially, because I wanted to please my flesh and do what I wanted to do, initially I felt like what I was doing was right. But once I start getting a relationship with God, yo, this ain't right. You are the, I had to tell myself, you are the cause of another woman's pain. And I don't ever want to be in that position to be the cause of another woman's pain. I don't ever want to be in that position. Right. So that's why I wanted to put that out there, because you got to break some people free. Like I said, I don't have a squeaky clean past. Right, right. We've all done some things. Right. Yeah, we've all done some things that we're not proud of. But when you said that, that was one of the main things that I thought about. I was like, man, I was in a position where I was causing another woman's pain to the point where they could not, the wife could not say my name because she was so hurt. She couldn't say my name. She couldn't stand to see my face. Oh, the woman know you. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So it was hard for her to hear my name. It was hard for her to see me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just tell people that, that's why I tell people all the time, be careful of how you treat people. Yeah. So I'm very mindful of that. And I was telling myself, well, I'm a good person. Yeah. But then I think back, well, but you did that. Okay. But you learn from it though. I did. But there are some people who know it's wrong and will continue to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I mean, thank you for being transparent with us. Yeah. What's the saying you say, Jess? You can't use my past to get, how do you say?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to commend you for telling your story, right? Because the devil hates when we shed light on our dark moments. It doesn't make us a bad person, but we all have had like those dark moments, right? And so when we shed light on those things, that takes away power from the enemy. So I definitely want to commend you because you have freed somebody who was probably walking in this condemnation, like, that's that right?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Vic will look it up for us.
Yeah,
Vic, look it up.
But you've helped free someone who's been walking around with that heaviness because they may have been in that same position. And what I had to learn was I had to stop beating myself up for doing things that I did when I didn't know who I was, or doing things that I did when I didn't know how God saw me, right? So I think we got to stop beating ourselves for things that we did in the past. I think that you have literally taken back your power from the enemy by shedding light on that. So kudos to you. And like when you were saying, like, I tell my own story because can't nobody tell it like me. And you wasting your time trying to tell it because I already told them on episode 2, on episode 5. I already told them what I did. So when you tell your story, you are literally using your past to empower your purpose and to empower your now and to help bless other people and free other people. And you are literally stripping away what the power that the enemy thinks he has from him and his men. So
absolutely,
that's real good. That's real good.
So let me go back through this. I don't know if we read this
comment.
Made
me last time I told you going to start crying.
Victor is so funny.
Victor says, I've always said women talk too much. If a man listens long enough, y'all will give us the playbook. When it comes to that, y'all are y'all worst enemy. Y'all just ventured in my expertise, but tune in to the Tank tomorrow.
Is that a real show?
Yeah, they do the Tangy Tea. Is that Tuesdays?
Yeah,
Tuesday
and Thursday.
is that Tuesday
And
and
Natasha
Thursday.
says facts.
Okay,
And Lachey says, I'm so proud of your journey to healing and becoming whole. Yes, cousin,
right.
I'm healing.
That's right.
And Victor says, you can't cause someone else's pain. It's so many factors that contributed to that. Even though me and you close, her husband shouldn't have had a wandering eye. If her home was kept,
what?
If her home was kept, his rump wouldn't have left. But let me not get too far into this because I could go on, but won't. Please don't,
Vic. That's so. You know what? That's a good. That's another good topic because sometimes the home could be kept, then it could be good, and there's still a wandering eye if the man himself does not know if that who he's want. Because so many times we blame the other woman or the other man or whatever situation it is, but it starts with that person. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you want to be upset at the other person, but it's like the other person didn't cause it or whatever. So I think it's just holding people accountable. What you gotta say, Jeff?
I'm not married, but there are a lot of homes that are kept and people have
still
cheated,
be walking out. Yeah. Vic, a kept man won't look. Trust me.
Oh.
But it's
they gonna be looking at something, whether it's a woman or another man. What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it's the woman or another man for me. but for real, a kept man won't look. It ain't. But I'm gonna need for them. Tina Bonsimon says facts. So, I'm gonna just say that for another show. I'm gonna say that for another show.
You sure?
We need to do it after.
We need to do it after show. We definitely need to do it after show. Listen.
What comments did I miss?
Listen. Okay. A kept man won't look. First of all,
everybody look. I look at Kofi from Queen Sugar every other day.
First of all, hold on. Let me just say kept.
Please get in it.
I don't have to keep you. I'm here to elevate you and help you in every area of your life.
Come on.
Speaking from a wife standpoint. Because if you was really kept and if you wasn't kept, you wouldn't come back and forth.
The only person that can keep you is the Lord.
That part.
Okay.
That part. That's all I'm saying. Now the man, you can keep yourself, sir.
Because you're not a puppy.
That part. We're not building bays over here. We're elevating each other. As for I want you to help elevate me, I'm going to help elevate you. Like that's just how it works. And too many times people getting in relationships and situationships uncertain about who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so they're causing pain on other people, right? If you want to be a kept man, be a kept man and be committed. If you want to be committed, because you have some relationships out there that, they do entanglements. That's okay. I don't want to say it's okay, but if that works for you, that's what y'all doing. Okay. But that whole you got a kept man got to do this or a kept woman got to do that. No, that's crazy. I think that's crazy because we hear so many stories and we've seen so many things about, the wife or the husband, they're good people and they're AKA kept, but still things turn out the other way. But I feel like there's a journey within the person who does step outside that they have to work on themselves. And sometimes a lot of people are lost and they don't know. Lost people get with other people and then their lostness can sometimes cause pain and cause situations. Okay, hold on, wait. See, now y'all, hold on, wait. Y'all, we read a big comment. Vic says, see, now y'all doing too much. Kept men don't wander off. We talking about men, not boys. Y'all taking the left now, but I get it. Kept men don't look, they don't touch, and they don't wander. Okay, well, you should have started off with that. But I mean, so are you saying like with Charlamagne the God, black men don't cheat? Is that what you're saying, Vic? Vic, just pull up to the studio and come on.
Please do.
Come on. I know you ain't doing that right now.
Let me read this comment. Josh Rim says, I never lose. I either win or learn. Good to see you doing well, Whitney. God
Oh,
bless.
thank you, Josh. That's right. I never lose. I either win or learn. That's right, Josh. Shout out to Josh. That's my buddy.
Yes. So that was good. So we doing too much.
No, we're
Look at-
not. We're not doing
doing
enough. We're not doing enough. We're not doing enough. Vic, pull up. I know you ain't far. I know you ain't far. Pull up.
I think Victor is working, so that's why he can't.
He
pull up.
working, doing all that typing.
You know what? Victor.
I'm just joking, Victor. I'm just joking.
Okay. So let's get back into the conversation though. What about we saying that sometimes we are a threat to the enemy? So Jess, do you have any tools that can help us along when there is a threat? Like, are there any tools that you suggest that we do?
I feel like for me, this season has taught me that you really have to get to a place where you know who you are in God. And understand that your identity never changes. Your assignments will change, but your identity doesn't. Because a few months ago, one of the enemy's minions tried me. I know what I'm talking about. And that reminded me that I really had to know who I was in God, because was I going to believe what this minion said about me, or was I going to stand on what I know and stand on how God sees me? So I feel like that's one way to know. That's one way to know is to really ask God to help you see yourself the way that He sees you. And if you don't understand who you are in God, to ask God to reveal that to you as well. So I think that's one way. The next thing is to just push through. My boyfriend always uses this example, like when people are driving on the interstate and it starts pouring down raining. Sometimes you'll see cars like pull over on the side of the road and they're waiting for the rain to stop. But if you just keep driving through, the rain literally stops probably within 2 minutes. But it's all about that push through. Like, are you going to keep driving? Or are you going to allow the enemy to let you get off of the interstate of life, I guess you could say. So those would be my 2 things.
Because the enemy be enemying. I just made it up.
Satan.
Listen.
And I feel like the enemy, for me, I feel like the enemy that's too nice of a name for him. Like, you are literally Satan. I'm going to call you by your name. Satan. Because the enemy, like Victor said, can be,
yeah,
Hillary or
Lil Jojo or Peaches. I don't know Lil Jojo or Peaches, by the way.
Or Moochie or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the crazy thing. And I guess we said this earlier, but a lot of people, I realize, I wouldn't call them an enemy, but I'll just say people that I thought was my friend. I was their friend, but they were never mine.
Those are called lessons.
Ooh.
They're called lessons.
Yeah.
And I've had many lessons.
Yeah. And I'm still getting some lessons. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And that goes back to when we ask, well, I know for me, when I ask God to show me some things, and when He starts showing me, I'm like, no, that ain't it. He's like, well, I done gave you this sign. I done gave you this sign.
Yeah.
But you don't want to listen.
That's real powerful. When people pray, God, show me, God. Oh, God, just show me. Sometimes it ain't always pretty. It's good. Like when I prayed that one time, I was like, God, show me what I need to see. Well, reveal what I need to see and prepare me for what I see and prepare me to handle the situation. Right? Because a lot of times we see stuff, we ignore stuff. That's just because, miracle signs and wonders, you know what I'm saying? Like the stuff be right there. And we're so blind. And sometimes we use grace for naiveness. Because sometimes you ain't just being graceful, you being naive. And I'm talking to myself too, because I've been in situations like that. So just, prepare me for what you will show me.
Right. And let me look at this comment that Victor said. He says, I can only speak for myself. If I'm protected, then I'm kept. I wouldn't destroy my relationship with a woman who is keeping me from destroying myself. Plus, they pay me for my time, no matter what I do while I'm here. Maybe Tori will have me on the show soon.
Vic, now you already know we've been wanting you to come up here, but we definitely get you. We definitely get what you're saying.
Deanna says, something I find beneficial is staying in worship and having a posture of worship. It allows us to focus more on the problem solving as opposed to the problem.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's good, Deanna. That's real good.
Woo,
That's
that's
real
good.
good.
Let me read that again. Something I find beneficial, staying in worship and having a positive having a posture of worship. It allows us to focus more on the problem solver as opposed to the problem. Absolutely.
That's good. That's real good.
And Victor says, when he shows you y'all oppose it
Who's
like an
y'all?
enemy would. With that being said, it's hard to tell who the enemy is and who the real friend
It
is.
seems like y'all as in women. Are we talking about the whole kept man thing here?
Victor
be all over the place.
Victor is probably targeting women. More than likely, you're probably targeting. He's probably talking about y'all as in women.
Not the Tangy Tea host. Oh, I'm about to check the Tangy Tea out.
Yeah, Tangy tea will be on the market. It's tangy.
Okay, Tangy.
Natasha says, but sometimes it's not the enemy, but us having faith in God to lead us. Absolutely.
But not us having. Yeah, that's good.
Yes,
that's real
because
good.
sometimes I will say, I know I can't always blame the enemy. Sometimes I have to blame Tori for sabotaging things on my own, inflicting pain on myself. Just like that song Leandra has, deliver me from me.
Deliver me from me. Yeah.
Deliver me from me, because I keep hurting myself. When I know there's something wrong and I keep going back to doing, and then here's the thing, God can deliver us from something. But when you go back to what he delivered you from, seems like it'd be 10, 20 times worse.
Sometimes God got to take his hands off of stuff. And like you said, who was there? Natasha, yeah, it ain't always the enemy. Sometimes we put ourselves in these situations. You put yourself, we put ourselves in these situations and be like, and we try to pray our way out of it. You know what I mean? Which God is graceful. But like you said, you keep going back, maybe it's going to be 10 times worse. And a lot of times too, is we got to also face the consequences of what happened as well.
And what Victor said, Tori knows me also. Yes, I do. And Deanna says, the thing about God is that he doesn't always show us other people. He shows us ourselves, and what we see is not so pretty.
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
Yes. And she also says, my biggest enemy is the inner me. Absolutely. And Natasha says, yeah, we give the devil too much credit. We do. Yes, we do.
Too much credit. Him and his minions.
Yes, we do. Because like I said, I've been in that situation. It's the devil. No, Tori, you know you shouldn't have went down that road. You know you were supposed to go left and you went right.
Yeah.
You know better.
Yeah.
But you still what you wanted to do because you did not.
Free will.
What?
Free will.
And because it felt so good to you. Your flesh. Pleasing your flesh.
Child.
And you got to die to your flesh daily. But sometimes it's so hard to do. Listen.
Child, it ain't hard for me no more. Listen, because I know, I don't need no soul. No, I mean not souls. I don't need no seeds or no harvest coming after my child.
Right. Right. And Victor says pretty is all relative. What's pretty to me may not be pretty to everyone. The beauty I see, everyone else may not see it. That's true.
That's true, Vic.
That's true.
What are we talking about though?
That's true though. And where I may see something one way, you may not see it the same. But I mean, but listen,
that's okay.
That's okay.
That's totally okay.
Absolutely.
And y'all, it's already been an hour. That hour went by so
went
fast.
Quick because we've been talking.
Oh my goodness.
So Tori, let me turn the interview on you.
Hold on. It's hard to die. Deanna says it's hard to die to flesh because the flesh is never satisfied.
Never ever.
So you gonna put the camera?
Yeah, I want to put the camera on.
Gosh.
I want to ask you some questions. So Keep the Faith podcast has been going strong for such a good time, for a long time, and you've been doing extremely well. So where do you see the Keep the Faith podcast in like 1 to 2 years? Like, what are you planning? What do you have planned?
Really, Whitney?
Yes.
This what we doing?
This what we doing live right now.
Really, Whitney?
So we can hold you accountable. So what's going on? What are your plans for it?
Oh God, I have so many. Listen. There's so many ideas that I have right now, so many places, so many directions. I can't even put it all. I don't even want to say it on this line.
Right.
Because I got so many ideas, but like you guys said earlier, you got to implement them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can write the vision, but you got to act on it. But I have so many ideas, so many different directions. But my main focus right now is basically when I open the mic, I want to make sure that I don't just be talking, just
That
doing some
part.
lip service.
That part.
I want to be changing lives. I want to make an impact.
That
So that's
part.
my main thing. But there's so many areas because I'm trying to see multiple streams of income.
Not trying.
You will.
Well, we going to see multiple
You will.
streams
Yeah.
of income. So
That's
And
right.
I just want to say how proud of you I am. Like, just to see your growth. I think I've known you for about maybe 2 years now. And just to see your growth from sitting on those Zoom calls with Kendrea and to this point, like, I am super proud of you. So just keep going. Like, there
Mhm.
are literally lives attached to your obedience, right? And you don't want to make the enemy satisfied by not doing what you're supposed to do. So definitely keep walking in purpose, using your gifts. Your words have weight. Your voice has value, and your words hold so much weight. So continue to use your words to impact. And look, okay, Victor, she about to start crying, child. So yes, I just want to say how proud of you I am.
Yes, and the story. That's all I'm saying.
you know what? I'm not gonna cry today. Shut up, Victor.
What did Victor
Hold
say?
on,
He
let me
said, "Is
see.
it okay? Go ahead."
I'm trying to see which comment I missed.
That's
Okay. Natasha says the sky surpasses the limit for Tori Williams. I received
That's
that.
right.
I received that. And Victor says, is it the flesh or is it the desire? The spirit never dies, but the flesh will.
That is true.
Mm.
He made some sense there. Go ahead,
Okay,
Victor.
Mm.
And I think that's why it's important for us to train our spirit man so that during those moments, although it can be tempting, we sometimes want our spirit, well, oftentimes we want our spirit man to, override our flesh, but we got to keep training our spirit man.
There's always a way out.
Wow.
Always.
There's
But I
always
just
a
want to
way
say
out.
thank you without crying. That means a lot to me
Cry.
because y'all know when we were having those Zoom calls,
Mhm.
when I talk about crying, like I still cry from time to time.
that
And
is
it's okay to cry.
okay.
I'm
Your
much
tears
stronger.
sow seeds as well. That's your voice that you may not have the words at that moment to say. So don't let nobody make you feel bad about crying.
Cry.
If they mom and dad didn't let them cry as a child, that's their problem. You cry. Cry if you need to.
Oh,
Period.
God. But I be doing them ugly cries on these lives.
that's
It don't
okay.
be cute.
That's
It ain't
okay.
supposed to be cute.
Mm-mm.
It ain't supposed to be cute.
But y'all, I can't believe it's been an hour already.
We
But
ain't trying to be cute. We impactful.
We're trying to be delivered. We're trying to deliver people lives.
right,
You don't gotta be cute.
right. You
Jesus didn't
absolutely
do
right.
everything with cuteness.
He
But he did
didn't.
do things
with them
impact.
sandals he was walking in.
Right. And like you said, we have to realize that there's so many people attached to our obedience.
Yes.
So many people attached to our obedience.
You're right. And we be wanting financial breakthrough, and guys, like, if you just, I gave you the ideas. A lot of us, me included, realistically, we be waiting for God to just drop money, like, bam. And guys, like, if you just carry out the ideas that I've been giving you, I wake you up at 3:00 in the morning and I'm bringing the same ideas to your mind, and you just think, oh, I just got gas, let me use the bathroom and go back to sleep. No. If you will carry out the ideas that I've given you, if you will use the gifts that I've given you, and if you'll be obedient, then your financial breakthrough is on the other side of that.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So
That part. That part. Tori, Victor said, Tori, you should be dehydrated by now without that cry. I can't stand it.
Yo.
Victor gets on
Oh
my
my
last
gosh.
nerve. And Natasha says it's okay to cry as well. Thank
Definitely.
y'all.
That part.
Because I'm a crybaby. And
And that's all right.
I bet Vic used to
look,
be a
Natasha
bully
said,
in
go to
school.
sleep, Vic.
What you say, Jeff?
Vic probably used to be a bully in school.
Somebody, Tori, when I come up there and you start crying, I'm leaving. You better not. And then Victor also says you woke up with gas.
I did not.
Vic, that's what you got out of that.
That's
That's what you got out of that, Vic.
Lord.
But listen, I also want to do this. Okay, both of you, I want you to plug your businesses, plug your podcast, Release Women, because everybody definitely should be tuning into Jess's podcast, Release
Save your
Women.
life,
It
y'all.
is
It's so
what?
good.
Follow her on all her social media platforms. Matter of fact, I want both of y'all to tell what you do. And also, let me do this because I forgot to do this. Let me find the text because I also want to give a shout out to his name is. Let me find his name. Give me a second. His name is. Hold on, y'all. Johnny Dunham. and his business name is TFL Apparel. He the one did the shirt for me. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says, "I am more than my body." What says, "I'm a self-made queen, self-made woman." So I want to give out shout out to Johnny Dunn for making this shirt for me. I told him that I was gonna show the shirt and make sure give him a shout out. So here's the shirt, and it's in my favorite color of purple. So, but I want you guys to plug yourselves and also give everybody your social media platforms so they can follow you, how they can get in contact with you, and all that good stuff. Because listen, I got some dope friends.
And dude,
Yes,
we got a dope friend in you.
Yes. Hold on. Victor said for these women, huh? What about us men? Here we go.
You know what, Victor? Don't do that, Victor.
I cannot.
Be quiet.
But I'll go ahead and kind of plug myself in there. Again, I am Jessica Janae. I am the host. It used to be the Release Women podcast, but it is now the Jessica Janae podcast. I'm super excited. Can y'all see that? All right, y'all go rate and leave a review. And you can follow me on Instagram at Miss Jessica Janae. That is MS Jessica Janae, Jena. Again, Tori, thank you so much for having me on this evening. And I'm just excited about your future. And I'm just excited about what you're going to do for God's kingdom and for the women and the men that he has sent for you to impact. So, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
And Miss Whitney, styled by Grace with the popping lipstick.
Oh, thank you. Again, everyone, I am Whitney Victoria. You can check me out at shopwhitneyvictoria.com where you can get this. You can pre-order this amazing lipstick, y'all. Sold out twice, so pre-order yours so you guys can go ahead and get it. Have some great things coming in the next few weeks, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. Wardrobe stylist. You guys can connect with me on Facebook, Whitney Victoria, Instagram, I am Whitney.Victoria, Twitter at the Wit Victoria. I'm not all that active on Twitter, but I'm gonna get back there. So I always say I'm changing lives one outfit at a time. So yay.
Yes.
And you gotta plug the shirt with the style by Grace.
Yes. The Style and Grace t-shirts, because in all that you do, make sure you handle it with style and grace. Order your shirts today, pre-order your lipstick today. I have some great things coming in the next few weeks. And again, Tori, I'm so thankful for the opportunity. You know, I got your back, whatever you need. I ain't just saying it. I mean that. And just proud of you. Yes, please like, comment, and share this video. Bring somebody in. If you're catching a replay, we're so glad to have you. Make sure you put replay in the hashtag replay in the comments. Continue to show love to Tori. She shows up faithfully every week. This gonna be a syndicated podcast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
they're gonna be paying you. Okay, we speaking this thing. It's done. You show up faithfully. Your seeds are not going in vain. All right.
Ooh, I receive it. Yes, Lord. And what's his last comment? Great show, thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Vic. AKA our co-host for tonight. Listen, I cannot wait for us all to be in the room again.
I want to be here when he comes.
Vic, what is your schedule?
Can we do this on my Christmas break? So I can
well, I got a treat for y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all when we sign off.
And I'm gonna check out the Tangy Tea, honey, because I wanna see this tang and this tea tomorrow.
You know what? I think. Listen, just like you like that Real House show, she'll love the tea.
Oh, what do they talk about the housewives?
No, I'm saying you like that stuff like
that. Oh yes, honey. I love some tea. Dealing with, not no messy tea now, but celebrity tea, honey. But yeah. I can't wait to see the tang in this tea.
Yeah, make sure you check out the Tangy Tea tomorrow at 8:00. Tangy Tea is
now we ain't ready for the tea.
Oh, I stay ready with the tea, honey.
And the tea is twice a week. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, double.
You won't get a double dose of some tea.
All right now. Just make sure it's sweet. I like my tea sweet, honey. Sweet and chilled.
Oh Lord, this is a good show, y'all. This was an amazing show.
Time.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank Jess and Whitney for coming on today. Of course, I'll definitely have them back. And I'm actually going to tell y'all something, but we ain't going to say it on the live. I'm going to say it after the live. I'm going to let y'all know when we, sign off. But thank everyone for watching. If you would like to be a guest on the Keep the Faith podcast, you can contact me at 843-920-8124. You can actually leave a message or a text message, or you can email me at faithisnecessary@gmail.com. And you can actually be a guest, or if you have topic suggestions, let me know, and make sure you share this video. And actually, y'all, I will say this. I think I'm down to like 7 days. I think I got about 7 more days in Facebook jail. So just make sure you share this video, because I couldn't share it on my, did I share it on my personal page? I think I did.
I think you did. I think I shared it from you.
I did.
Okay, cool.
Hashtag free Tory.
Hashtag free Tory from Facebook jail. Why? Who put my friend in Facebook jail? Y'all stop putting people who don't need to be in Facebook jail in Facebook jail.
You're a threat to the enemy, and he knew. He knew, so that's why.
When I tell you, y'all, this 30 days has been the longest.
Yeah. Well, let's not put on the enemy. Maybe God needed you to be 30 days fully focused on him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. And I'm glad you said that, because the crazy thing, I just told a friend of mine probably 2 or 3 days prior to me getting locked up. Mm-hmm. I said,
not locked up. Speaking of locked up, I got a story.
Not locked up, Chad.
Listen, I told them, I said, I'm spending too much time. I spend a little bit, because I do limit myself on social media, but I just started to spend a little bit too much time just scrolling here and there. And I was like, I need to back up a little bit, take a sabbatical from social media, just come on when I do my podcast. And 2-3 days later, I got locked up. So she's like, well, you did speak
exactly.
So you didn't know how it was going to come, but it came. It came. So those of you that may try to reach out to me on social media and I don't respond immediately, that's why, because I do my podcast and then I get off. I'm just, I may cruise here and there, but I stay off. I've been staying off. So good. I think I got 7 more days in jail. So yeah. So my time is winding up. I'm about to be free.
About to be free.
But thank you guys again for watching. And if you missed the beginning, make sure you definitely watch the replay. And thank you so much to Whit and Jess, because Whitney, let me tell you, Whitney came on 2 weeks in a row, and it was to the point where they're like, "Wait, Whitney coming this week?"
Oh wow!
I said, "Oh God, I'm about to have a co-host."
Yes, co-host.
Lord, Jamel got me too. Lord, I got some work got to do with Jamel too. So
listen, you telling me that I got work? You got some work to do, ma'am.
Y'all,
listen, yeah.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and share. And if you're catching the replay, make sure you do hashtag a replay.
All right. Well, y'all, we out. Y'all take care. Be blessed and have a great evening.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm glad you said it. I forgot Thanksgiving is this Thursday.
Yep.
It don't even seem like it, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
I got to find my outfit with how I'm going to dress up in the living room.
And let me see. Let me look at the last couple of comments that we might have missed. Oh, Vic, you said that. And there's an oh no, Tori.
Oh wow!
You know what, Vic? I don't even know why I even showed it. Let me log off for real. Okay, y'all have a good night. Peace.